As the vortex of water finally begins to settle, the mist parts to reveal the new transformation of Ultra Vegito, and the sheer pressure emanating from his body is enough to make the very air in the cave feel heavy. Standing atop the water surface, his aura is no longer the familiar blue of Super Saiyan Blue, nor the chaotic green of the Arc Saiyan power, but a majestic, blending white, laced with jagged bolts of crimson lightning. His hair has grown wild and white, wrapping down his back while his upper body is now clad in thick white fur. But it is the face that truly disturbs King. Those eyes, pitch black sclera with glowing red irises, a look of pure, unadulterated predator instinct beyond beast. Ah, this is the form that separates the man from the monster. King, still in his Vulpar form, would snarl, baring his fangs for the first time. There is a hint of hesitation in his stance, so the monkey learns a new trick. Does changing your fur color make you any less of your copy? You are still must mimicking the power of a true warrior. But Vegeta would say nothing. Instead, a low, guttural growl would escape his throat, and without a word, he would vanish, not with the speed of a teleport, but with raw, explosive acceleration that the water beneath his feet simply couldn't handle, vaporizing instantly. In a split second, Vegeta would be face to face with King, his white aura flaring up like a nuclear detonation. Let's see how the original handles the upgrade. Before King would even raise his arm to block, a first clad in white fur would image itself deep in his guts. The impact would just hurt, it would be catastrophic. The shockwave from the punch would block King's chest armor into dust, sending the wolf warrior flying backward at supersonic speed. But Vegeta wasn't done. With a simple motion of his hand, he would warp space, waiting behind King's before he even registered the moment, and deliver a double axe handle smash to the spine, driving the king straight down into the sap with such force that the underwater trend collapsed on top of him. Back in the tournament arena, the Saiyans would be defeating Hera, who had smirking moments ago, would now be gripping the railing of her pedestal like knuckles wide. What is this power? It feels different. It's not just God energy, it's something premier. Casty, watching with wide eyes, would adjust his glasses. It's a mixture. He has combined the ferocity of the great ape with the divine key of a god. He isn't just a Saiyan anymore, and he certainly isn't just a god. He breached the wall of evolving entirely. Meanwhile, the elder god Zeus would finally lean forward, his poker face cracking just enough to reveal a raised eyebrow. Beyond beast, so the legends were true. The potential of the Saiyan bloodline to break their limiters. It's quite annoying, I must admit. Back in the cave, the water would begin to bubble violently before a massive column of energy erupted from the depths. King would roar, shouting words, his body bleeding and battered, but his yellow aura cracking with renewed intensity. He looked like a feral demon. You instinct, you dare damage the master creation. I am the apex, I am the alpha. As King screamed, he would thrust his hand forwards, manipulating the shadow in the cave. Hundreds of shadowy wolves would materialize from the darkness, all laughing towards Vegeta with snapping jaws. But the Saiyan warrior would simply float there, surrounded by his white aura. You rely on shadow puppets and tricks, but look at me, King. Look closely. As the shadow was nearly the infinite eye in Vegeta forehead would suddenly snap open, glowing with the violet hue. Time to end this playdate. Freeze! Instantly everything stopped. The water, the shadow wolves, and even the lightning crackling around King would be suspending in animation. Only Vegeta remains mobile, slowly drifting towards until he was inches away from King's frozen snarking face. You said I was an imitation, that very Saiyans were just copies, but you forget one thing about the copy king. The copy can always surpass the original. Vegeta would place his index finger directly on King's forehead, right where the Vulpar's brain would be, and I am about to evolve right past you. Time will resume. The result will be instantaneous, a beam of concentrated white and red energy fired from point blank range would flare straight through King's skull and exit out the end of his head, continuing on to blast a hole through the ceiling of the massive cave, letting real sunlight from the surface would stream down for the first time in eons. King's eye would go wide, the yellow writing around him fizzing out instantly. His body would go limp, his arm falling into the slides, his wolf form would dissipate, reverting him to his base state as he began to fall around the water. How can a fake be this real? King body would splash into dark water, snaking like a stone, lifeless. The shadows would dissolve into mist. Vegito would hover in the air, the sunlight hitting his white fur, creating a halo effect. He would look at his hands, the beast beyond beast, from surging with power before looking up towards the giant observation portal that served as the window to the tournament. He would stare directly into the camera directly at Elder God Zeus, and with a smirk that promised nothing but violence, he would speak, "One down. Send me the next one, or better yet, come down here yourself, Zeus." And as the screen faded to black, the laughter of Ultra Vegito would echo through the cavern, a sound that would send shivers down the spine of every god watching. So that's it for today. So if you come this far, so don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you never miss the new latest update of UV. So enjoy!